Yo, how's everyone doing? It is a very exciting day today. You currently join me in the van, and that is because I'm about to embark on an hour-and-a-half journey over to Connaught Competitions, because today is the day that we pick up all of our engine parts that we sent off to get some custom work. Now I'm super gassed, I cannot wait to get all of that back and see what Sam's cooked up for us, but I'm gonna drive there now. I've already filled up with fuel, we're ready to go. Hopefully we make it there on time. I've just finished work, it's getting late already. I'm gonna get driving now, and then I'll catch up with you when I'm there. Okay, so upon arrival I went in and saw all my fresh parts laid out on the table looking beautiful, and alongside that Sam kindly gave me a little tour of the workshop and also showed me his sick Evo that he's been working on. Honestly, this thing is insane. I definitely should have filmed more, but honestly I was just trying to take it all in. Pretty wild place. Right, as you can probably tell, it's pitch black outside. I've just been in to see Sam. Awesome guy, like, I gotta say, answered like hundreds of questions I just threw at him. Because obviously, you know, I'm a novice, I need the help. I had it all on a nice display for me. Showed me around the place. Honestly, wicked guy, wicked place. And they got some serious stuff going on there, man. They're working on some crazy engines that I can't even fathom. I've got all the parts with me now, all loaded up into the van, looking fresh. So I'm gonna go back to the yard now, another hour-and-a-half journey, and I'll run through everything with you guys, what's happened, what is gonna happen to get the motor built, if you're clueless like myself. Sam is definitely the guy to go to. I 100% recommend him. I'm just glazing at this point, but no, proper legend. Right boys, we're finally back at the unit after another hour-and-a-half drive. So I'm gonna quickly unload everything from the van into here and let you guys know exactly what we got done. Some head, Jesus Christ, this is heavy. Block, the clutch, head gasket and some bolts, our pistons and rods, our valves. That could have been bad. Last but not least, the heaviest one of them all, our crankshaft. But lads, what are we saying about this? This looks absolutely nuts. I genuinely thought that the block was black before I took it in. I didn't realise it was like silvery grey or whatever. So boys, here it is, all of our fresh new pieces. Honestly, if you saw the state of everything before I sent it away, you will know what a transformation that is. Everything was just caked in oil, it was ridiculous. But without waffling too much, let's get into what we've done. Starting off with the head. We've had all of the cylinders bored to 84.5mm to accommodate our larger Wiseco pistons. We've redecked the main mounting surface, and that is looking super clean. When I went into the workshop, the light was hitting this so well, and it had like all those little rainbows on it. It was beautiful, man, honestly. But obviously, if you look at the block, it has been deep cleaned. We are going to paint this, so any suggestions on color combinations, most likely it will just be black and silver, but leave your wild thoughts down below. Another thing we've done is we've had some new holes drilled to accommodate our Hack Engineering oil chain pump tensioner. Now, if you know anything about old BMW engines, they all tend to suffer from some sort of oiling issue, and with the M54, there's quite a lot. Now, I'm not going to go too much into detail of what that actually solves in today's video, but I will obviously let you all know very soon. Now, moving on to our head, we've had quite a lot of work done. We've obviously had the surface redecked once again to mount to our block. If you look in there, you'll see our new valve guides, which have been fitted. Now, I think I messed up the old ones when I was taking off the old valve seals, but it's good to replace them anyway if you're rebuilding the motor. The final thing we've had done on our head is all of our valve seats have been machined 3-way, and they are looking perfect. Now, our sump. So we have a vac sump baffle, which we were originally going to weld in place. However, Sam's prior knowledge with blown engines suggested that we probably shouldn't weld it in. Instead, he's mounted it with some bolts and Loctite. That way, worst case, if our engine blows up, which you never know, I am building it, it will then be serviceable. We can just unbolt these, and then we can access any metal shavings that we left in the bottom of the pan. Which fingers crossed doesn't happen, but once again, you never know. Now, our crankshaft, it's currently wrapped in a bag to protect it. This has all been polished, so it's nice and fresh to go back into the block. Now, no grinding was needed, as it was pretty mint anyway, but it's the little things that are gonna make this engine really come together. One thing that I forgot to mention off both the block, the head, and the head gasket, everything's been re-drilled to accommodate some M12 head studs, as we are going turbo. So we will need some stronger mounting between the head and the block. So here, they're obviously threaded. There, they're just holes. And in the head gasket, I'm not gonna get it out of this box, but you get the idea. That is just a box full of all of the hardware that I had to send off. And as far as our pistons, rods, and the clutch, they've all been balanced. So essentially, your engine has a rotating assembly inside, obviously. So by balancing everything, you're reducing the rate of wear and tear in your engine, and fingers crossed, it lasts a lot longer and runs a lot smoother. Now, I don't know if that's everything. I may have missed something, but if I have, we will get to it at a later point when we're putting this together. And what was the grand total for all of this work? Just under £2,500, including VAT, which is pretty reasonable considering how much we've got done and how precise all of this work has to be. Now, obviously that's not nice for me, but I reckon it will definitely be worth it. I'm honestly so gassed to start going with with this build. I've probably watched about 50 hours of engine building, trying to teach myself exactly what I'm doing. So hopefully it all goes to plan. But if you look behind us, there is just an array of parts everywhere in here. We need to have a serious cleanup of this place, and we also need to get to cleaning a bunch of these parts that are going back onto the motor, as if everything else is fresh, we don't necessarily want dirty stuff going in. Once again, massive shout out to Sam and all the boys over at Connaught Competition Engines. Couldn't have asked for better service, just proper sound people. There's a reason why they are so well known. So hopefully all this works, otherwise, you know, we might have a problem. Massive shout out to everybody watching this video. Make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss this. It's going to be insane. But until the next one, boys, appreciate you watching. As always, peace out.